I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley, 2 years, 25 million, episode 23, I think, and this time I'm pretty sure that's the actual episode number, instead of being one off like I was yesterday. But we finish up fall in this episode, of course, because we do 4 days per video, and it's the 25th on the start of this one, so this video covers the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, and next video we get to start on winter. The majority of winter is probably just going to be sort of like making kegs and placing them and then brewing as much of what we have into wine as we can. I do sell the starfruit wine that we have in this episode, and that plus the Spirit's Eve golden pumpkins nets us around 6 million, I think, something like that, like 5 million. So we are a bit closer. I think that brings us up to a total of like 13 million earned or 14 million earned, somewhere in there. Still quite a lot of money, even if it's, you know, only like barely halfway to our goal. And we haven't sold any of the cranberries yet. I still haven't done the math on how much I'm going to get from those, but we won't be getting any more, so I can finally do the calculations and get an exact number of like if we brew all of them into wine, however much I'll happen to get. I think I actually looked on the chest at one point in this video, and I have like 13,000 cranberries. So, if they're worth like, you know, 100 each, then 13,000 at 100 is going to be 1.3 million. And then it's times 3, so like 3.9 million if it's just 100 each, if we can brew all of them. And that's not enough. I mean, our goal is to get to 25 million, and we can't get to 25 million with 14 plus 3.9, so hopefully we can get more there. If not, we'll continue into spring of year 3 and try to get the last bit of money there. Yeah, you can see I have a lot of cranberries in storage. I also pick up a lot of iron ore and copper ore during this episode. I think I pick up about 2,000 of each and then an extra 400 copper ore so that I can make a bunch of furnaces. And I place those all into my house, plus I delete the furniture that was in there because I don't really need it. And that's basically that. I mean, that's pretty much what goes on. We do... The starfruits in the greenhouse grow in, but on the day that they grew in, I forgot to go to the desert and buy more starfruit seeds. So right now they're just sort of sitting there. I don't think they'll ever go away in the greenhouse. If I just leave them there waiting to be harvested, then it'll keep it tilled. They'll continue to stay there until I can actually buy the 108 seeds that I need, and then I can harvest all of the starfruits, place down to speed grow, and continue on the next batch. That money will continue to help us from the starfruits, at least a little bit. So I think we'll probably get like 2, maybe 3 more harvests of starfruit from the greenhouse. And at 108 each, if we get 3 harvests, that's like 324 times 300. So it's going to be 3,600 even. So the starfruits from the greenhouse are going to end up netting us about 1 million gold. So we'll get 1 million gold from there. We have like 14 million earned total. We're going to get a few million from the cranberries, and then we basically just have to earn the rest in spring, or by buying and selling things repeatedly to Pierre or somebody else. That would probably not get us a lot of money, but it could put us like just over. Like if we're at 24 million, we could maybe just barely scoot over 25 million by using that money. Maybe. I have no idea how much like returns you get on that. So we might be able to do that, probably not. Other than that, in spring, I'm probably just going to try and grow a bunch of like potatoes, maybe. Either potatoes or, you know, get some kind of recurring thing. There's not really anything too good to grow in spring unless you grow strawberries, and we could definitely grow strawberries. Like we could grow some potatoes or whatever going through spring, and then on the 13th, I think, we could pick up strawberries and grow them. I'm sure that if we bought 2,000 strawberries and planted them, we'd probably get enough money for to meet the goal. We do only get 2 harvests out of strawberries, even if we plant them like the night of the festival that we can buy them on. So that's not the best plan. Like, it's not the best return. You do get some profits, but it's like not worth it usually to do it that way. Not when you can grow potatoes or parsnips and get way more profit, even if it requires a lot more work. But I really don't want to do 2,000 tiles of potatoes or 2,000 tiles of parsnips, because 2,000 tiles of parsnips with Deluxe Sweet Grow would be like 2,000 crops every 3 days. And that's just far too much. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we spend a lot of time just sort of wandering around doing whatever here because the Spirit's Eve Festival is tonight, of course, the 27th. So there's sirens in the background, again, as usual. But the Spirit's Eve Festival is happening, which means that I had to just sort of dilly-dally about until it was 10 p.m. so that I could actually get into the festival. And then I fill up my inventory with the Gold Star Cranberries. It doesn't really matter what item I use. And I do the quick duplication thing that lets me get a bunch of golden pumpkins. It only nets me like 1.2 million even doing this. And there's not really any way to get more money out of that. I guess you could try, but it just doesn't really work. So I think I just like flashed the inventory screen a few times that I don't actually open it up for too long. But I'm pretty sure I'm at about 14 million earned. We are almost done with our star fruits. We have like 500 left to process, which is still a lot of money. I mean, 500 times 3,600 gold is a lot. It's like 1.5 million or something like that. So it's still a fairly decent amount of money that we have to get from the star fruits. But it's starting to look like, because we didn't get the full amount of harvests in summer that we wanted, we just aren't going to be able to make it, unfortunately. Which is fine. Like I've said, I'll continue the series and still get to 25 million, even if it takes slightly longer than 2 years. And I might try again later at some point and try to get to 25 million, like actually by the end of year 2. Just by preparing a lot earlier, pretty much. That's really it. But we're coming up on the end of the video. I'm probably going to create a schedule video soon that shows like the sort of schedule that I'm going to be doing, and I'll just update the video whenever I change my schedule. So that's coming up, yeah, probably. If you guys are still enjoying the series, remember to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.